2016, the extractive sector contracted by 0.2%. The non-extractive sector grew by 3.9%, and the total GDP growth rate was 3.4%. In 2017, the extractive sector, remember oil production and minerals production, grew by 30.8%, non-extractive 5.2%, 2018 extractive sector double-digit growth, non-extractive 3.5%, the average 2017-18 extractive 27%, non-extractive 4.4%, and then you see a continuing trend in the first quarter of 2019, extractive sector growing by 20.9%, non-extractive 4.1%. Why is all this important? You see, the implication of extractives-driven economic growth, is that its direct and indirect effects on employment and incomes will tend to be subdued or limited relative to growth that is driven by, say, services, manufacturing, or agriculture. Now, among the reasons are the relatively high capital intensity of extractive activities, and the fact that, directly the extractive sector accounts for only 0.8% of employment in Ghana. So less than 1% of people working in Ghana are employed in the extractive sector. On the other hand, the services sector provides about 46% of employment, agriculture about 36% of employment, and manufacturing about 13.5%. But as we saw, growth in these areas has been relatively subdued. So this pattern of growth should be somewhat concerning, because it is less productive in jobs and broad-based income improvements as growth that is driven by the sectors where most people are employed. That kind of growth will affect more people, right? And more incomes, unlike growth driven by a sector that employs less than 1% of the employed population.